Ever read a book that changed your life? How about a book that ended lives? Today, we're diving into one of the most infamous books ever written, the Malleus Maleficarum, or The Hammer of Witches. Published in 1487 by a German Catholic clergyman named Heinrich Kramer, this book wasn't just some spooky story. It was a detailed, terrifying guide on how to find, prosecute, and eliminate witches. Think of it as the ultimate witch-hunting manual. For centuries, it became a bestseller, second only to the Bible in some parts of Europe. So, what made it so powerful? Kramer wrote it after his own failed attempt to prosecute alleged witches, a case where he was basically laughed out of court. He wrote the Malleus Maleficarum almost as an act of revenge and to justify his beliefs. The book argues that witchcraft is real, it's a threat, and it's mostly practiced by women. It laid out a legal and theological framework for witch trials, claiming that if you didn't believe in witchcraft, you were a heretic yourself. This put judges and authorities in a tough spot. The book is split into 3 parts. The first part hammers home the idea that witchcraft is a terrifying reality, often linking it to women's supposed weakness and susceptibility to temptation. The second part is a catalog of horrors, describing the supposed spells and pacts witches made with the devil. It detailed everything from causing storms to stealing men's virility. It reads like a medieval horror novel, but people took it as fact. The third part is the most chilling. It's a step-by-step legal guide on how to handle a witch trial. It recommended using deception, leading questions, and even promising mercy in exchange for a confession, only to break that promise later. It legitimized the use of torture to extract confessions, arguing that since the accused was already in league with the devil, normal legal protections didn't apply. This created a brutal, inescapable trap. Once accused, it was almost impossible to prove your innocence. The impact was devastating. The Malleus Maleficarum fueled the flames of the witch-hunting craze that swept across Europe for the next 200 years. Tens of thousands of people, mostly women, were accused, tortured, and executed. It wasn't the only book on the subject, but it was by far the most influential. It gave a veneer of intellectual and legal authority to what was essentially mass hysteria and brutal persecution. Eventually, the tide began to turn. The Age of Enlightenment brought reason and skepticism. People started questioning the very existence of witches, and the legal systems began to change. By the 18th century, the witch trials had largely ended, and the Malleus Maleficarum was seen for what it was, a dangerous and hateful piece of propaganda. Looking back, the Malleus Maleficarum serves as a dark reminder of how easily fear, superstition, and misinformation can lead to horrific consequences when given the weight of authority. It shows us why critical thinking and a fair justice system are so vital. It's a book born from paranoia that caused unimaginable suffering, a true testament to the destructive power of words. Thanks for watching. If you found this dive into history interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. See you next time.